Good evening. My name is Vashti Phillip. I was born and raised right here in St. Paul's. Some of you may remember me, the younger ones may not. I have very fond memories growing up a few steps from here on Tinimausis project. It was around 2002 when I was 20 years old and still in my prime that I started experiencing very intense joint pain. The doctors at the time had no answers for me and treated my pain with ibuprofen. Over time, other symptoms popped up like nightly fevers, chills, weight loss, hair loss, and extreme fatigue. But like the kitty-shan that I am, I kept it to myself, pretended everything was okay, and carried on until I couldn't carry on anymore. In November of 2004, I was admitted to JNF Hospital and was diagnosed with systemic lupus by Dr. Bishara Siheli. The diagnosis shattered my world. But after a brief period of grieving, I became adamant that lupus would not derail my personal ambitions. I still left for college the following year, and I am indeed blessed and highly favored because despite many health scares and setbacks, I managed to graduate on schedule. But that came at a price because I was diagnosed with end-stage kidney disease in 2005, just 1 year into college. Over the next 6 years, I steadily lost more and more of my kidney function, and by November 2011, I needed dialysis to keep me alive. It's been one hell of a journey. Dialysis is not a cure for my kidney failure. I have been on dialysis for 7 years and 6 months now. And every year gets more and more challenging with more and more complications. 3 months ago, I woke up and just couldn't walk. It was a stroke. I have always thought of heart attacks and strokes as unfortunate events that only happen to very old people. It was a rude awakening for me. It took away my mobility and my independence, and it left me helpless. I learned some very important life lessons from that experience about learning to ask for help and learning to accept help, something I've always struggled with. If anybody had told me when I was a wide-eyed, curious little girl growing up in this village with big dreams that my life would have taken such an interesting turn, I would have rolled over laughing, honestly. But the morals and values and principles that were instilled in me at a very young age, right here in this school, by teachers such as Teacher Dye, Miss Henry, Verlene Hanley, Jacqueline Douglas, James Ward, John Gomes, Jeb Buchanan, Warren Hanley, and all the others I may have not taught me, but would have impacted me in some other way. Thank you. Here's where I learned that when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road we are trotting seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. I live by this to this day, and this and many other things that I learned in this school has helped to keep me together through very tough times in my life. For the most part, I've tried to keep my health challenges private and carry on living as normal as I can. It was very scary letting the world know my story and my struggles. I didn't want the world to see me as weak, but it became necessary, and the outpouring of love, support, and encouragement that I have received has been overwhelming. I broke down in tears in dialysis treatment last Wednesday when I heard the radio ad for this concert for the first time. It was much more effort than I ever expected would be made on my behalf, and it touched me to the core. St. Paul's is a very special community. It is to think it's what Africa is to civilization. Its people are big-hearted and overflowing with natural talent. I am proud to be a St. Paulian, and I want to thank each of you from the bottom of my heart for standing behind me and for giving me more reasons to continue persevering. For every text, every Facebook message, every get well message, for every prayer, every message that was sent to me through my sisters or my mother or some other family member. I thank you. Knowing that you're in my corner adds more beauty and more meaning to my existence. For that, I'm eternally grateful. We all have struggles and life can get hard, but this journey has taught me that if we can find the meaning in the struggles and persevere in spite of what life has to throw at us, life can be extremely beautiful regardless. We are not in control. God is. Our struggles don't define us. We can still choose to be happy. We can still dream big dreams as if we have nothing to lose. We can still believe anything is possible. And we can still love as though our hearts know no bounds. And we can still live today as if it were all ours. Thank you so much for your love and your support. I love you, St. Paul's.